Good morning. This morning we read 1 Corinthians chapter 4. It's required that those who have been given a trust prove faithful. It's required of stewards they prove faithful. We have been given a trust. He has entrusted to us the gospel. He's entrusted to us the message of salvation, and we are required to prove ourselves faithful in sharing that message in word and in deed, and to displaying the glory of his kingdom. The great apostle was able to say, "My conscience is clear, but it's the Lord who judges me." And we must be careful that we work so when the Lord judges us, we will be found pure before him. We will have discharged the trust he gave to us. And then he goes on and he says, "What makes you different from anyone else? What have you that you did not receive? And if you did receive it, why do you boast as though you did not?" Everything we have in God is a gift. Our salvation is a gift. Therefore, we have got no right to boast over anyone else. Everything we've been given was given to us by God. Therefore, we only boast in him. We trust him. Paul goes on to talk about what it's like to be an apostle. He said, "Hey, don't think it's glamorous. We're those who are brutally treated. We're those who go hungry and thirsty. We're those who are homeless. We work hard with our own hands." He's saying, don't think this is a glamorous life being an apostle. We are called to serve the Lord, to endure much for him. We are the scum of the earth, the garbage of the world. People look down on these apostles who are trying to share the gospel. Working for Christ in this life is not something that is glamorous, but is something that brings us into conflict with the world, yet still we do it. And then Paul goes on to talk about how he loves the people of Corinth. He said, "You have 10,000 guardians in Christ, but you do not have many fathers. For in Christ Jesus I became your father through the gospel." He became their father because of his love for them. He cared for them. He was passionate about them. Therefore, we see in this epistle, sometimes he tells them off because a true father rebukes his children in order that they may grow and be fully developed into the way that they should be. Here, Paul says that I'm your father. I love you like a father. I'll rebuke you. I'll love you. I'll nurture you. I'll do everything a father does. And here is a call to ministry, to pastoral ministry. We don't like the title father because it's got connotations with other churches. And Jesus said, "Call no man father." But the attitude of those in ministry should be that we care for those who God has put under us, not as guardians, not as hired servants, but as those who truly love those who the Lord has given us to minister amongst. The Lord bless you today as you go about the things that God has given you to do.